All right, hello everyone. This video shouldn't be too long. I've been procrastinating about putting more videos out, but yeah, this video is going to be about just simple. Do you know who you are? A lot of us, I guess you say most of us, we want to change who we are. Most of us for the better. But ultimately, you can't change. How can you change who you are if you don't know who you are first? And I just had this epiphany come to me a couple days ago because I was actually doing a personality test to see what my personality is. And this isn't my first time. I've done personality tests in the past. I done one and my results was a INFJ. It's supposed to be a rare personality type. But I feel like that's like a start to actually knowing like what type of person you are, because it can kind of like help you to dive deep into maybe some shadowy parts of you that you don't want to acknowledge or possibly you don't see. Because this personality test that I was doing, it was actually gathering certain information on how well you communicate with others, like in the workforce or, in general, how do you think, how do you prepare, how do you plan, how do you, react in different scenarios. And it just helped me to realize it's just like, sometimes it's like you don't really get that momentum until you know who you are, okay? And I'm saying this from my personal experience. I've had many awakenings, okay? But my spiritual awakening, at least the spark, started in 2016. Y'all probably heard me say this in one of my other videos. But I didn't really know who I was until roughly 6-7 years later. Okay? And it wasn't until then until I knew what needed to be done, in a sense. And so knowing who you are isn't just this one small part of you, or it's not just your personality or whatever, but it's who you are, who you came to be on this earth. And part of, knowing who you are is knowing what you're capable of. What are your gifts? What are your talents? What did you come here to do? Did you come here to move mountains? To teach people? To change the world? In what way did you come here to change this life that we, come here to live? So knowing who you are, you can't forget about the shadowy parts of who you are. The dark parts of you that was possibly buried, or you overlooked it, or you keep overlooking certain dark, aspects of yourself. There's some healing that needs to be taken care of. So acknowledging not just the light parts of you, but acknowledging the dark parts of you. And knowing that just because it's the shadowy parts of you, it doesn't necessarily mean that something's wrong with you, or it's about acceptance too. I feel like that's another thing when it comes to changing who you are. You got to know who you are, but you also got to accept who you are. Because a lot of times if you don't accept who you are, first and foremost, how are you expected to make the changes that you need to make? So oftentimes in our life, we have to make sure that we look in the mirror on a regular basis. I'm thinking about a boat. Making sure all the hoses are plugged. Because if you have holes in your ship, in your boat, what's it going to do? How long is it going to float? It's going to sink if those holes aren't patched. So we got to make sure we do routine maintenance. Okay? We think about energy being constant. With energy being constant, shouldn't we be constant too? Shouldn't we be constantly moving? Shouldn't we be constantly changing things? Shouldn't we be constantly evolving? Because when you think about it, when you're not evolving, when you're not making the changes that needs to be made, you're causing friction, you're going against the grain, and you may face many problems. Well, in the end, I think I've been rambling a bit too much. I just wanted to come and just talking about, know who you are, accept who you are, so that you can make the changes that you need to make. That journey that you need to take, it will start most definitely when you accept who you are and know who you are. I think I'm going to leave it right there. And if you haven't already liked this video, please do so. Thank you for making it all the way to this far. I know my words aren't, my words are just jumbled up. I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you all in another video. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want, and feel free to leave a comment. Peace.